Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel UX UI Design Group. Today I'll be talking about third part of heuristics with another quick and simple examples which would help you to clear your concepts more better. In my last two videos I have covered first four heuristics. Today I'll be talking about next three heuristics. If by chance you have missed my last two videos, you can refer the cards which was displayed on the top and which will be presented in the description as well with the links. So let's start with the heuristics, that is error prevention. So what is error prevention? Error prevention means your application or your web app, it should be designed so carefully that it should prevent a user before a problem occurs in its first place. So let's understand more better with a very simple examples. That let us assume a login screen. So in this login screen, the user is trying to log in on a screen with no data filled like username and password as input fields, but the user is trying to click the login button in the first instance. Why? Because the button is already filled with some primary color which attracts the user just to click on that button because the button is something the focal point of the user. So at the first instance, your login screen should be something like as best as usability practice across the world. So if you see in his screen, the login button is a kind of disabled state where the user focal would be more on the input data or input field rather than the login button. So once the user types or inputs his data, username and password, and at that time the login button should be active. So which makes sense for the user that he has given his insights as a username and password. So then the login button has been enabled. I need to click on the login button. That's the point of contact for the user when he's trying to log in. I hope that this example would have helped you to understand the fifth heuristic much better. So now let's jump to the sixth heuristic, that is recognition rather than recall. So being an UX designer or an usability expert, your focus should always be on that how can you reduce the consecutive load on user's mind, or how can you reduce the memory load on the user's mind while they take an action on your application or a website. So there are a number of examples to explain all these heuristics, but for this video, let's see a very simple example of the user shopping online. So in this example, the user is adding the product to his cart or her cart. She is done with the adding the product to the cart. She goes to the payment process. In payment process, she adds a debit card or credit card to her payment method, in which she fills all the card details along with the CVV and along with the expiry date obviously. For the first time, users need to refer the actual debit card or credit card to see all the details. Once user is done with all the process, the user can save the card, the card number. So the next time when the user is trying to do a payment, so users doesn't need to fill all the details again. That is a card number or expiry date. Only the user had to do to enter his CVV number. That's it. So this was the real magic of the sixth heuristic, that is recognition rather than recall. It can be used at any place in your application depending on your content. So let's talk about the seventh heuristics, that is flexibility and efficiency of use. Your application or a website should cater both kind of users, that is the new user or the novice user and the experienced user. We should be designing in such a way that the any kind of user using the system for the first time, it should be capable of understanding all the fields of the application whatever you are designing. As I said earlier, whatever you are designing either the web application or the mobile application, it should be easier for the novice user or experienced user. The experience should be same. So let's see another a simple example by which you will be able to understand the seventh heuristics, that is flexible flexibility and efficiency of use. Here you see a user is going to a store and he's purchased some items in a store. Now he's going to a billing desk to make his payment. While making his payment, there are a lot of options to pay. That is by credit card, by cash, and other stuffs. But when the user has options or there is a flexibility in your system that the user can use, so user chooses to pay by the QR code method, which is very easy to use and it's very quick. That's that is what this heuristic made out all about. It should be quick, it should be accelerated, and it should be easy to understand to the user. So your system should be designed such a way that the user has multiple options to do same action. So for your user can do payment by the multiple methods can be by QR code or by cash. So design your system in such a way that it should be easy to understand the users no matter he is a novice or experienced user. The experience should be same and easy and fast. At the same time it should be flexible, fast, and same time it should be flexible to use. So that's it guys for today's video. In upcoming video I'll be talking about last three heuristics, that is 8, 9, and 10. If you guys like my videos, you can just hit the like button and subscribe to my channel UX UI Design Group. Thank you.